day, and I'm sure it probably is for Larry as well. I looked at the list this morning of employees, and there's, I think, 5 left from my first tour of duty. And Larry is the most senior of those. So it's sad for me.
For me as well.
I think you've done some really tremendous things while you've been here. I brought a couple notes because I used you as the subject of my radio show Monday in Piqua and Tuesday in Sydney. So I brought some of that since I already put it together. One of the things that I mentioned was the fact that, you know, you quickly learn to be the importance of continuous learning. You know, you got your class 1, your class 2, your class 3, your class 4. And I think all those things helped you through your career. You know, things that I know about you, you've been a coach and a mentor to a number of young employees, some of whom are still with us, some of whom moved on to other places. You're certainly a strong consumer advocate, something that's sometimes hard, I think, when some of the consumers are not as appreciative maybe as they should be. You look for solutions to problems proactively. You don't have somebody there saying, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that, because you've already done it. And I think the thing I appreciate most from somebody who has worked for a long time in the public sector, you get along with a broad cross-section of people. You know, I seem to remember one particular occasion where we were at a meeting and a lady shook a Bible at us and told me that I was going to hell, I was Satan's tool. And Larry managed to pick up the pieces from that. I don't think I was nearly as insulted by that. But I remember Tom Judy was really angry. I thought it was funny. Well, I did too. I mean,
I didn't think she knew you that well. It goes 2 ways today, Mike.
I think I should mention something that he mentioned to me before we started. He said, Mayor, remember, there are more than 2 million unemployed comedians. This is probably not the day to be a comedian. In any event, 2 big projects at the end of his career. The wastewater treatment plant, which some of you will know created a whole lot of problems for us for a long time. EPA originally wanted us to spend $75–80 million to build a wastewater treatment plant big enough to serve, I think, Miami, Shelby, and Darke counties. And fortunately, as time went on and Governor Kasich did maybe the only thing I ever would praise him for, and that's fire the old EPA director. The new guy was willing to sit down, and we managed to build an addition to the plant that was more like $12.5 million. So that project's still ongoing, but you've got it, I think, well under control, and we should be able to get there. The project, though, that I'm proudest of, and I think certainly should serve this community for the next century, is the well field, and I think that I appreciate all the things you've done to make that happen. It's, I think, simply a project that the average citizen's never even going to know exists, but is one that's going to be good for us. I still, last time around, remember we got to a point where there was a drought and we were within 3 days of calling industry and saying, you got to shut down, we're out of water. And fortunately, the good Lord sent rain, and we didn't have to do that. But that has stuck with me for a long time. As the days tick by, and it's like, well, we got maybe 5 days to go, 4 days to go, 3 days to go. But I can't imagine calling Cargill, you know, a company that's built the world's largest soybean processing plant in Sydney, and saying, you got to shut down, send everybody home. And, oh, by the way, we don't know when you're going to be able to open because it's got to rain a lot. Oh, I think that that's the project that, to me,